morning. We got another fun workout today. Today it's an add-on. There's 3 sections of exercises. We're going to need heavy weights, whatever that means for you. I feel like heavy weights for this one would be 20 pounds for me. It's not a ton of reps at once, so I want to go pretty heavy. I also need a chair or a high bench. You could use a weightlifting bench that's about the same height as this. And for me, I'm rather tall, so I want about a 90-degree bend in my knee and in my hip. But if you're new to this, go with a shorter bench. And a mat is my last thing. I also have a jump rope here, just in case I wanted to add a little extra warm-up or cardio at the end. So we're going to go through all the exercises first without any weight as our warm-up. And let's start out with the step-ups. So we're just going to alternate legs, and let's do about 10 on each side, so a total of 20. So we want a full extension at our hip, almost a full extension at our knee, and we want to breathe out when we step up. We want to control as we lower as well as when we stand up. And I'm terrible at counting, especially when I talk during it. So don't judge me too harshly. I'm going to do 2 more and say that's 20. Okay, that's a good amount for those. The next exercise is going to be tricep dips. Again, I'm going to use my chair, but a bench is great for this as well. In the workout, we will have the opportunity to add weight to our hips. If I add weight, I'm going to keep my knees bent so they don't roll down my leg, because I can't use one hand to hold it in place. Also, if my legs are straight, it's going to be harder if I'm not holding weights, but it's easier here. So you might want to opt not to have the weights and keep your legs straight. So let's do about 4 more. 1, 2, 3, and 4. The next exercise is ski jumps. And you want a really wide stance here. In the workout, you can use weights or not. It's hard either way. Hands are going to be behind the back. It's such a wide stance that your knee should not go out beyond your toe. Just pretty much over your shoelaces or the middle of your foot. How far back you have your shoulders is going to depend on your leg strength. We want to push out of our heel. So let's do 10 small ones on each side for our warm-up. If you lose your balance, you could have something, a chair or something to hold on to. So I think that's 7-ish. So I'm going to do 2 more, and then I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. So really wide stance. People tend to have their legs too close together. So test it by coming down and just kind of looking over the edge of your knee and make sure that it doesn't go beyond your toe. Or look in a mirror at your side. Breathe out when we come up. Let's do 4 more. Not very deep. Just warming up. Okay. The last exercise of this one is a full burpee. For our warm-up, let's do our push-up on the knees. So we would come down, bend your knees whenever you do this. Some people come down with legs straight. So bend the knees, jump or step out, do your push-up. I said I was going to do them on my knees. So I'll do this one on my knees. Let's do about 5 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. The next one is jerk to press. So we'll have a weight. I'll show it with one, but we're going to do about 10 of them without any weight for our warm-up. So I'd have my weight, squat, and straight up. I'm showing it sideways because I want to show that the weight stays close to the plane of the front of the body. Okay, so let's do 10 on the right arm. My right, your left if you're facing me. 1, 2, 3, clearly working all over the body. 5, breathe out as we come up. 6, 7, 8, 9, and now let's do the same thing with the left arm, my left, your right. So pretend you're holding the weight. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, straight up and down, 9, and 10. Okay, the next exercise is going to be weighted. Okay, so on these lunges, hopefully this is not too slippery, we want to step clear back. So just like with the ski jumps, we want our knee not in the front to not come beyond our toes when we're down in the lowest part of the lunge. So you have to put some weight on that back foot in order for that to happen. Breathe out when we come up. Let's do 8 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, shoulders back, and 8. Okay, our next one is a Plié Squat to upright row. And if I have to, as subsequent rounds come up when we're doing this add-on, if I feel like 40 pounds is too much, because that's a lot, I can share one weight between 2 hands. So again, we're going to warm up without it. Our knees and toes point outward, plie, and when we're down in the lowest part of the squat, our knees should not come beyond our toes, just like we've talked about before. And our arms are going to lift up to here. It's an upright row. So we have to make sure our elbows stay above the weight. So it would be squat, lift. Breathe out. I'm going to turn sideways. Notice that my weight would stay close to my front of my body again. Elbows high. 10 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. Don't lean forward too far when you come down into your squat. Okay, the last exercise of section 2 is an X jump. You could do a jumping jack instead. I would do 2 jumping jacks to equal 1 X jump if I were doing that. So we all know jumping jacks are here. An X jumps down in a squat, and it's a big burst of energy. And we want to really kick our legs out far. Let's do 5 jumping jacks and 5 X jumps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and let's try 5 X jumps. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, now continuing our warm-up, we're going to move on to section 3. It also has 4 exercises. Plank row burpees are first, and we'll be using our weights with these. I will show it with, and then I will show it without as we warm up. But I'll have my weights ready, and you can stand up with them or not, and I'll show you both of those options. So obviously they're down on the floor. Come down, jump out, roll one arm, roll the other arm, and then you can either come up without them or you can do a deadlift and bring them up with you as well. If you do that, keep your back flat. Okay, let's go. Bend the knees, jump out. 1, 1, jump in, and up. Down, row, row, in, and up. That's 2. Bend the knees, row, row, in, and up. That's 3. And row, row, in, and up. That's 4. The next thing does not add on in the actual workout. It's just 100 high knees jumping or running, but you could jump rope if you'd rather. So for me, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10. If you feel like that is bothering knees or your bladder, you can do knee lifts instead. It's going to take longer. Clearly, I'm doing 2. Right and left equal 1 for me. If you were doing jump rope, it would just be 100 jumps as fast as you could go. The last exercise, oh, there's 2 more. So there's elbow to hand planks, and 2 equals 1 rep. So when we get up to 4, it's really going to be 8. So we're going to come to plank, and we're going to go elbow, elbow, hand, hand. Okay? That's elbow to hand. You could always hold the plank if this gets too intense. It shouldn't be a killer. Breathe through the mouth. All right, that's good. And now our last one is Canoe Rows. So I like to lift my feet up. I also like to use my legs. And when we have the weight, we could row it, but we need to have that little bit of a twist. So let's do, without the weight, 15 on each side. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathe through the mouth. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. All right, that's our warm-up. I'm gonna get a drink. We'll come back and we'll start the workout. The weatherman said that it wasn't gonna rain today, but it's really rainy and it's thundering and lightning right over there. So if I have to stop and move my location, I'll do that. Okay, we're gonna start out with 1 rep of everything. And the 2 legs stepping up, it's 2 total, but 1 each side. So I've got my weights, square the shoulders, and we're gonna step up 1 on each side. So 1 and 1, and then right into the tricep dips. I'm gonna set one weight down, the other on my hips. Remember, my knees are bent on this, and 1 deep lift. Now we're gonna do the ski jumps. I'm gonna hold a weight. I might use both next time. Wide stance, 1 and 1, and then full burpee. All the way down. Now we're going to do 2. So let's go right into it. 2 on the right. 1. Extend the hip. And then 2 on the left. 2 tricep dips. I'm going to do it with straight legs and no weights this time. 1, 2. Ski jumps. I'll use both weights this time. Wide stance. Make sure that's good before you do it. Now 2 on the other side. Okay, 2 full burpees. 1 and 2. Okay, 3 step ups each leg. Careful picking up and putting down your weights. Keep your shoulders square when you do that. Oh, that was 3. 1, 2, careful lowering. 3, tricep dips. I'm gonna do it with the weight again. But for me, this feels easier. So probably next time I won't use the weight and I'll keep my legs straight. So 3, and I feel like my heart rate is up, which is a bonus. Watch that stance. Feet really wide apart. Weight coming out of the heels when you lift up. Okay, 3 full burpees. Chin up, bend the knees, jump back. 1, 2, 3. Let's go right into 4. We'll rest after we finish this section. So 1, 2, control it. It's a really high step. Change legs. Don't swing the weights too much. Tricep dips. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ski jumps. Really wide stance. As I lift. 2. Really gets the glutes. I think that was 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Burpees. 1, 2, 3, and 4. End of section 1. Get a drink. Let your heart rate drop. We'll meet back really soon. Don't take too long. And we'll start section 2. I want to get right into this next section. It's going to have the jerk to presses. We're going to start with 1 on each side. Weighted rear lunges, 1 on each side. Squat with the Plié Squat to upright row. 1 X jump or 2 jumping jacks. Okay, get ready for the jerk to press. 1 on each side. So watch the form. Squat and lift. Switch arms. Squat straight overhead. Rear lunges. I got to grab my other weight. Lunge clear back. Shoulders up and straight over the shoulder or the hips. And then squat to upright row. I'll try it with 2. Knees and toes pointed out. Squat, lift. Okay? 1 X jump. Whoops, I kicked the chair. Okay, 2 of everything. So 2 jerk to presses, right arm. 1, 2, left side for me. 1, 2, rear lunges. Just like before, we want to do this fast. So right, left, squat to upright row 2 times. 1, 2, 2 X jumps or 4 jumping jacks. 1, 2, they're big explosive moves. 3 now. 1, straight up and down with those arms. 3, careful passing it to the other hand. Rear lunges. Remember, you can always use different amounts of weights for both. I say both, but different exercises. Okay, upright rows, knees and toes point out, legs are really wide. Don't lean over too much, right there. And then 3 X jumps. 4. It's our last one. Hopefully your heart rate's back up again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Carefully pass it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Rear lunges. 1, clear back. 2, shoulders back. 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 4 X jumps. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the end of round 2. Again, take that minute or less. Come back. We'll continue on to round 3. You can probably hear my breathing because I always breathe loudly. And you can tell I'm not completely 100% cooled down, but I'm good and I'm ready to go. The next 4 exercises are plank row burpees, the 100 high knees or knee pulls or jump ropes. That doesn't change. And then the elbow, elbow, hand, hand plank, which 2, each side equals 1. And then the canoe rows. And we want to go as quickly as we can, just like we have before. Got to get my weights ready. Plank row burpees. I'm going to do the deadlifts as I stand up. You could also add an overhead press with both arms if you wanted. Okay, let's go. So, row, row, jump in, straight legs if you want to do the deadlift. And there's 1. Now the 100 high knees. These take longer. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Pull the knees high. 3, 30. 4. Halfway done. 60. 70. 80. 95, 96, 97, 100. Elbow to hand planks, 1 on each side. Elbow, elbow, hand, hand. Now the canoe rows. Remember, your feet can be on the floor. I'm doing 2 on each side, and that equals 1. Okay, now we're gonna go to 2 to everything. Plank row burpees. And from here on, hopefully we can even go faster from one thing to the next. My heart rate's up, so that's working my muscles and my cardiovascular system at the same time. Okay, here we go. If you do the deadlift, make sure your back is straight, not hunched. Okay, there's 2 of those. High knees. 99, 100. Elbow hand plank. 2, that means both sides is 1. So down. elbow, elbow, hand, hand. to go through the whole thing again. And I'm going to start with section 1, doing 5 of everything and then 6 of everything. And I'll move on to section 2 and do the same thing. So the first thing again was step ups. So 5 on each leg. So 1, 2, full extension of the hip. 3, 4, 5. Control the lowering. 1, 2, 3, 4, pushing up out of the heel. 5, and then we have the tricep dips. And I've decided that it's harder for me. This way it's more of a challenge. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then our ski jumps. Super wide stance. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A general rule of thumb is if you can lift your toes up inside your shoes, but not all the way, like lift the whole weight up that way, your weight is back far enough. Okay, full burpees. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we're not doing step ups, but now 6. 1, 2, careful lowering. 'Oh, I'm feeling my legs. 6, and then tricep dips. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ski jumps. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6. My toes can lift up in my shoes just for a second. And then burpees. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. Section 2 starts with the jerk to press. You can take a bigger break, I guess. Okay, I think I'm ready. So 5 jerk to presses on the right arm. 1, 2 from the side, 3, 4, and 5. Switch arms, same thing. 1, try not to lean forward too much on the squat. 3, 4. Okay, rear lunges. 5 on the right, 5 on the left. 1, 2, get that back foot clear back there. Shoulders above the hips. 2, 3. Squat to upright row. 5 of these. Knees and toes pointed out. Wide stance. Elbows higher than the weights. Unless they hit your legs like that. 4, 5. And the next jumps or jacks. So it would be 10 jacks if you're doing those. 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's go right into 6 jerk to press. We'll rest after. 1, 2, 6. Rear lunges. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, get that foot back there. 2, 3, whoops, 4, 5, 6. Plié squat, upright row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. X jumps. So it would be 12 jacks if you're doing those. 1, 5, 6. Short break. Okay, here come the plank row burpees. So 5, I'm going to do the deadlift with it, but you don't have to do that. Here we go. Bend the knees. Elbows straight up. 1. Oops, I forgot to do the deadlift. 2. 3. 5. Now we have the high knees. My favorite. But it's always 100. We don't add on. So. Elbow to hand plank. Each arm is 1. 5 canoe rows. 2 full ones, that means on each side 2 equals 1. Plank row burpees. So 6. Optional deadlift. High knees, that's 100 on each side. If you're doing the knee lifts, it's a total of 100, and you gotta go fast. So 1, 20, 2, and 10, which was 100. Elbow hand planks, ready or not. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Canoe rows. 12, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I'm at about 45 minutes if I include my warm-up time, which I always do. Really challenging those muscles. I'm feeling mine today. Have a great day.